Austin Reaves is full of surprises, from almost giving up basketball for another sport to playing for a different national team, to the surprising story behind his legendary nickname. First, let's see the unique situation where Reaves grew up.
When Darvingham first saw Austin Reaves, he said, "Man, this kid is wild."
Number 8. Growing up. When you think of an NBA player, you might assume they came up in basketball circuits in California, New York, Chicago, or even Seattle. But not many people point to Arkansas. In fact, most people don't even know where Arkansas is. And that's what's even more surprising. There is a 1,200-person town in Arkansas called Newark, which can proudly lay claim to one of the best young players in the game. Even Reaves has joked about his unlikely come-up story, pointing out how he's been on the court with 4 Hall of Famers, and then there's him, some guy from the middle of nowhere in Arkansas. Even in Arkansas, it's not like Reaves grew up around hoops and basketball court. No, instead, he was surrounded by rice fields, power plants, and had no neighbors within a mile of his home. The town was so small it only had 2 restaurants, 1 supermarket, and a couple of gas stations. That's it. And as a kid, things were pretty straightforward. Either you work on the farm and help out your parents, or go to the gym and work on your game. We're sure he had plenty of days where the only option was working on the farm, but luckily he got enough time to work on his game too. But judging by his parents' athletic feat, it should have been clear that Reaves was going to be a baller too. Number 7. Superstar parents. A common theme with professional athletes is that they come from an athletic household. Although Reaves might not look like an athletic guy, he sure does come from a family of superstar players. His parents are Nicole Wilkett and Brian Reaves. They both played college basketball at Arkansas State. Reaves' mother played at Arkansas State until 1992 and scored 1,139 points in her career. She scored 680 points during her senior season, which puts her among the highest scorers in a season in school history. Reaves' father is also in the record books at Arkansas State. As of 2023, Brian Reaves ranked tied for 4th in career assists at Arkansas State with 384, and Reaves seems to be the perfect blend of his parents. A bucket getter who can also make slick passes and help his team get easy points. It really makes us wonder how he fell so far down in the draft order. While his parents were ballers, they weren't the only ones that inspired Reaves to pick up the basketball. Number 6. His biggest inspiration. Another member of the Reaves family who grew up to become a professional athlete is Austin's big brother, Spencer Reaves. He currently plays with the German team Bros Bamberg. Austin and Spencer played on their half court next to their house. Spencer said they would play with no fouls and no out of bounds. This resulted in more than a few fights between the brothers and plenty of balls being launched into the nearby woods out of frustration. At first, Austin's brother was the big thing out of Newark, Arkansas, especially once he began playing ball overseas. But now, ever since Reaves' explosion onto the NBA scene, Spencer is referred to as Austin's older brother, and that always stirs the competitor inside of Spencer. Austin has credited his brother for the reason why he pursued basketball. They played together for Cedar Ridge High School and won the 2A state title together. Spencer said he knew his younger brother was special and could see flashes of greatness in him, while Austin has described his older brother as someone that everyone looked up to and a great example for him to follow.
Remember being probably 8th grade and him dragging me to the gym because I think he's seen something in me that I didn't even see.
And following that example led to Reaves making history. Number 5, first NBA athlete to sign with Rigor. Reaves has been on a heater ever since he entered the NBA in 2021. As an undrafted free agent, he has worked himself up to being a key piece for the Los Angeles Lakers. Playing for the Lakers comes with its own pros and cons. The cons, of course, are your mistakes are that much more magnified. However, the pros are that you have more opportunities to sign lucrative sponsorship deals. Reaves has received his fair share of criticism, but it must be all worth it when you see the ink dry on a multi-year shoe deal worth 7 figures. Reaves is the first NBA player to sign an endorsement agreement with Rigor, a Chinese shoemaker. For many undrafted players, landing a shoe deal with a major brand may seem like a distant dream, but he has made it a reality. Reaves is expected to debut his signature shoe at the start of the 2023-2024 NBA season. What's even more surprising is that basketball wasn't even Reaves' first sport of choice. Number 4, baseball was his first sport. There is an alternative universe where Reaves never laced up his basketball sneakers. Instead, he put on his mitt and practiced his swing during the offseason instead of his jumper. Reaves has said that baseball was his first sport, and his entire family thought he was going to be a baseball player. Basketball was just something he did on the side because his friends liked playing it. Reaves played baseball almost every weekend since he was 5 years old. From day one, he had a winning mindset, as even in baseball, he wasn't used to losing. He had his expectations set high as he played the shortstop position. Every now and then he would get his pitching arm ready, but he didn't enjoy pitching that much. However, around the 6th and 7th grade, he started dabbling into basketball more and more, thanks to his older brother, and came to enjoy the fast-paced nature of basketball more than the slow, methodical game of baseball. Eventually, his dad made him choose between baseball or basketball, and thanks to some peer pressure from his older brother, Reaves ended up going with basketball. It also doesn't hurt that he had a massive growth spurt during his sophomore to junior year, where he grew almost 6 inches. Still, despite the growth spurt and passion for basketball, it didn't translate to many college offers. Number 3, no star recruit. When most NBA players graduate their high school, they are considered one of the best players in their state. These guys already have a closet full of trophies and a wall filled with newspaper clippings lauding about how great they are. But that wasn't the case with Reaves. Actually, he wasn't even a 2 or 3 star recruit. The man who was largely credited for turning the Los Angeles Lakers season around was actually a no-star recruit out of high school. Imagine that. Until the summer between his junior and senior years, he had 2 offers for college, and one of them got pulled. It took until midway through senior year to get a couple more offers, with the last one being for Wichita State. Even his college journey wasn't like a typical player's. He spent 2 seasons essentially rehabbing injuries, as Reaves dislocated his shoulder 3 times because he had been playing through a shoulder injury since his junior year in high school. But someone with a legendary nickname as Reaves should never be counted out. Number 2, origins of his nickname. Those who are new to Reaves might refer to him as AR-15, which is pretty cool but doesn't come close to his original nickname, Hillbilly Kobe, which must have pleased his grandmother. Now, Reaves noted that his grandma was a die-hard Kobe fan. She liked his mentality and influenced Reaves into loving Kobe as well. Reaves was first famous for his hilarious nickname, Hillbilly Kobe. The nickname started well before he put on the Laker purple and gold. In fact, while he was in Oklahoma, a teammate of his suggested the nickname, and once his other teammates heard it, it became a no-brainer to call Reaves Hillbilly Kobe.
He came up to me one day and was like, "I figured it out." And I was like, what are you even talking about? And he was like, HBK. And I was like, what? He was like, Hillbilly Kobe. I was like, ah.
The Kobe part of the nickname comes from his incredible high school play where he averaged 32 points a game, which included a Kobe-like game where he scored 33 of his 57 points in the 4th quarter. He even had a 70-point game in high school, so at least he lived up to the Kobe nickname. And like Kobe, he's helping Team USA win gold, but that wasn't always part of the plan. Number 1, almost played for the German national team. Reaves has been an integral part of Team USA's FIBA team. Each time he steps onto the court, he ends up with a highlight play or a bucket. His chemistry with the rest of the guys is one of the reasons why Team USA has looked great in FIBA. But Reaves almost donned on another national team's jersey. His grandmother, the one that made him such a big Kobe fan, is German, which allowed Reaves to obtain a German passport in 2022. Instead of having Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton as his backcourt mates, he could have been playing with his former Lakers teammate Dennis Schroeder in Germany. But in the end, Reaves decided to go with the American team. It's probably the right decision, as it not only puts him in a better position to win gold, but will practice with the best young talent in the world. Now that's bound to make him even better.